Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. Throughout my career, I've had the privilege of witnessing the transformative power of leadership self-awareness in action. I've also reached a profound personal realization of the importance of self-awareness in my own life. The past few years have found me delving especially deeply into self-reflection and spirituality. I am 47 years old, and I want to become more aware of my own beliefs and better understanding of how they could be holding me back. I've then applied what I've learned to help others to better cultivate similar levels of self-awareness. Now, I'm not a therapist, but I do have a YouTube channel, and I come out here every day trying to help you identify different ways that you could just be a little bit better. That edge that'll get you down the track to that specific goal that'll just change everything for you and make your life so much better, so you're so much happier and excited about the privilege to be alive, right? Today, I firmly believe that self-awareness is the key to personal growth and evolution. When we are aware of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, we have the power to take control and steer our lives in the direction we truly wish to go. Conversely, when we are blind to our unconscious patterns and tendencies, we become subject to their influence, allowing them to gain undue control over our actions and our decisions. The jobs and relationships we choose for ourselves as a result of our self-awareness, or lack thereof, also play a significant role in shaping our reality, right? And too often we fail to create the necessary space for self-awareness to truly understand our desires and aspirations. But making a conscious decision to do otherwise can change everything. What is self-awareness? Before beginning a journey to self-awareness, it is crucial to fully define it. Now, self-awareness in its purest form is the ability to wholeheartedly acknowledge and accept all aspects of ourselves. What do I mean by that? I mean the good, the not so good, and even the ugly. We all have that. It requires us to confront our vulnerabilities, insecurities, and flaws, and embrace them without judgment or shame. And these very benefits also make the pursuit of self-awareness challenging for many individuals. I don't know about you, but when I look in the mirror, I'm trying to keep a positive attitude, but I do know that I have things I need to work on. I bet you might have identified a few things you need to work on too. Let's talk a little bit more about that. Some people just simply lack the interest in self-reflection, while others initially possess some level of awareness, but eventually hit roadblocks along the path to further exploration. Sometimes when we see the truth, it can develop a fear, and then we decide, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm getting a little too close to something that's meaningful, and meaningful in a way that sometimes, there are things about us, and when we identify those truths and see ourselves for who we really are, I want you to know that it's not bad and it's not good. What it is it's an opportunity for you to make changes that are going to better your circumstance for the future. This is all positive, actually. It's very good, and it's something that we should all consider to do. This is a path or a journey that I think everybody is better for taking. And fear often lies at the root of the roadblocks that we face. We fear what we might uncover if we dig too deep, afraid of confronting the parts of ourselves we deem unworthy or unlovable. Additionally, there is the fear that self-awareness may reveal aspects of ourselves that could conflict with our own self-regard. Fear of change can also paralyze, and self-awareness often, requires us to make unsettling adjustments, and it is taking a risk. But trust me, it's a risk worth taking. You're worth it. You're amazing, and I believe in you, and I know that a self-reflection and journey such as this will do nothing more than make you a better human being. Trust me. Self-awareness enables leaders to truly understand themselves and their teams. It fosters an environment where everyone feels safe, valued, and motivated to contribute their best. As a businessman, that's one of the reasons I wanted to originally take this journey. I want to be a more effective leader in business. Hey, you know what? I'm looking for growth too. No matter where you are in life today, how successful you've been, whatever you've done, there's always room for growth. And I tell you what, truly successful people never stop growing. We are constantly trying to better ourselves in ways that'll make us more effective and happier. And I tell you what, when you're effective and happy, those around you benefit exponentially. And by practicing and developing a sense of self-awareness, leaders can tap into their emotions, regulate them effectively, and further develop their emotional intelligence. And if you've looked at any of the articles that have been out on the internet lately regarding leadership, everybody's currently talking about emotional intelligence being the key factor to becoming the most effective leader you possibly can. And according to psychologist Daniel Goleman's popular emotional intelligence model, which I utilize, self-awareness is one of the 5 components of emotional intelligence, and it's one of the most important ones. And this highlights its pivotal role in enhancing social skills, fostering collaboration, and establishing healthy boundaries. And this is an essential soft skill that's present in all effective leaders. If you don't have this, you're missing a little something. So there's room for growth. There's room for improvement. Take advantage. So how do we become more self-aware, Doug? Well, I'm not a clinical psychologist. I'm just somebody who's taken the journey, and I just want to share, what I've learned. And the journey to self-awareness and greater emotional intelligence obviously doesn't happen overnight, as many of the things that we talk about. It's a journey. And a few well-chosen steps are all it takes to start on your way. And I think where it begins is we just need to collaborate. Finding the right coach or therapist to help you along the way can be pivotal when it comes to activating and boosting self-awareness. When you have a therapist or a professional that can assist you, they know what it takes to get where you want to be and can offer you the perspective you need to get yourself there. And it's funny, lately I've been talking a lot about men being able to reach out and ask for help when you need it. I think there's been a stigma in our society in America where, I'm not going to go see a psychologist or a therapist because it was considered maybe an admission of weakness in some way. I'm going to tell you, it takes a lot more strength and internal gumption to say, hey, I need help, and then to actually walk in the door and sit down with somebody or pull a therapist up on a browser. There's free services, and just talk to somebody about what you have going on. I tell you what, having a coach or a therapist is a key factor. Having that mentor in your life that has the ability to help you gauge your emotional intelligence and then give you ideas about how you can build yourself up and create a better you, it's liberating, and I recommend that all men try it. And not just men, but women too. I think we all need some help from time to time, but men are 75% less likely to reach out and touch base with somebody like a therapist. And I just want to let you know that, hey, even guys like me have done so. It's an effective measure to take that will help you to achieve your goals, dreams, and desires. Hey, if you don't reach out to somebody, what do I always say? If you want to change your life, you got to change your life. So you know what? You've tried everything else. You've tried to handle it yourself over and over again. How about, as a last resort, let's try something we haven't tried before. Let's reach out and try to get some help and ask somebody some questions. And how about letting them ask us some questions about where we want to go? And you know what? That's how you get there. It's amazing, and it's an incredible journey, and I know it's one you're going to love. Over the past 10 years, I've been privileged to work with many people who have led me to a much deeper level of self-understanding. And with their help, I've successfully confronted limiting beliefs, identified negative life patterns, and more. And I want to tell you what, you can do the same. I care about you. I know you can do it. And you're worth it. You're worth every single measure you're taking to better your life. You are worth it. And I also think that it's important to embrace the way you dive deeper into the subconscious patterns that could be blocking your progress, because that can really help speed you on your way to self-awareness and better self-regard. And this type of therapy is a catalyst that will help you achieve your goals, dreams, and desires. Through carefully guided experiences, including a profound transformative journey, you can gain access to the subconscious mind. That's the guy that runs your supercomputer, and that can help you identify the gap between self-regard that you think you have and the reality of the negative self-perception that you might currently be struggling with. Hey, I walked around, I'm Doug Vandergraph, I can do this, that, and the other thing. I can do this, I'm great, I got a positive attitude, but really deep down I had some things that I was dealing with too, and maybe I didn't always view myself in the best manner. And by working with somebody else and developing this greater self-awareness, I was able to love myself and identify with myself and help myself to be better and create a better image of myself in my subconscious and in my mind to get this supercomputer working in the right way for me. So it's definitely something that I do recommend. Once you realize that you're not as self-aware as you think you are, a whole world full of vulnerable and valuable personal growth opportunities open up. And you know what? In order to further explore those opportunities, you just have to move forward with practices that will allow you further self-exploration and self-integration for the goals and needs that you have for yourself. Now, I'll tell you what, you just need to recognize that self-awareness isn't a destination that you're going to reach after just a few days. It's a journey in itself, which will become increasingly clearer as you learn more about yourself. In my own journey, I've learned to lean into vulnerability while also acknowledging that there will always be more to learn. You just can't know it all right off the bat, but you know what? We can continue to put the right information into this supercomputer so that we can get the right outputs in our life that'll help us be more effective and have more. So, I think it's important that we all make a commitment to ongoing growth. We need to view each revelation as an opportunity to connect further with our authentic self and approach future growth opportunities with open-mindedness and curiosity. And I'm telling you what, if you do it, you're going to be so glad that you did. The journey towards self-awareness is a rewarding one that can make you a more effective leader and a more effective person. And cultivating a sense of radical curiosity about yourself and the motivations behind your decisions is crucial. And the resulting insights, priceless. And in my work, I've worked with many leaders within our organization on concepts like self-awareness and self-regard, and I can also assure you that their efforts yielded major dividends. As we work together and I help them to understand what it is that they're doing and how I'm observing things from the outside, they then have the ability to make those minor changes here and there. Remember, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, that's the definition of insanity. But if you open up your mind and you're willing to work with others, you can struggle less, and you can also utilize their feedback to better your circumstance and better the decisions that you make as you move forward. And ultimately, self-awareness is so much more than a buzzword or a passing trend, in my opinion. It is a fundamental aspect of personal and professional development. Embarking on a journey towards self-discovery and self-awareness can unlock our true potential, reveal our strengths, and our weaknesses. That's okay. We need to understand how we are strong, and we need to understand where we are weak. So, we have the ability to reinforce those weaknesses, and that's going to help us navigate life's challenges, with more grace and authenticity. It's going to make you a better you. It's made me a better me. I tell you what, there's just all kinds of benefits to be realized here. And as leaders, self-awareness becomes even more critical and enabling us to create a supportive and empowering environment for our teams, where innovation and growth thrive. So as we're better, the teams that we manage or the teams that we're responsible for, they get better too, because you know what? You're an example, and they see the strengths in you. They see your willingness to be vulnerable, and they see the authenticity and the truth that you're exhibiting. And you know what? They, with you, will embrace the power of self-awareness, and they will see your transformational path towards self-discovery and success. And I'm telling you what, there are no limits to where it can take you. And other people look up to you. You're an example. So as your team see you go through this journey and become a new and better you, it's going to organize them in a better way to respond to you in a more positive manner. And you know what? It might even help them to be a little bit better themselves, because they work based on the example that you set for them. And you do set an example. You're an amazing individual, and there are incredible things that you share with the world every single day. And you know what Dr. Seuss said? Sometimes people are just hanging on by a string. You never know when you're that string. So take the responsibilities that you have in being a leader and being a parent and a friend. Take those responsibilities with strength. Also, take them with truth and understand who you are as an individual a little bit better. It's going to make you better. It's going to make your relationship stronger. And you know what? It's just going to create a better circumstance for you all the way around. You know what? I care about you so much, and I think you're an amazing person. You are worth it. And I think a journey like this would be perfect for you to just sit down, think a little bit about bettering yourself and taking that journey of self-discovery and identifying your own path to better self-awareness, okay? Have a wonderful day, my friends. I'll be back tomorrow with some great stuff we're going to talk about as we continue down the path to success together. Have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.